Now that it's getting close to summer, I get asked often how I stay cool in my van, and I'm going to tell you how. Hi, I'm Katina with Gypsy Wander, your guide to thriving in van life. So, how do I stay cool? Well, a lot of times I follow cooler weather. Now, that's getting more and more difficult to do because it seems to get hot everywhere in the United States now. What I have that keeps me cool is really just fans, but it's how I arrange my fans and the type of fans that I have that really make the difference. Now, you can see here, I do have a roof vent fan, but I really don't use it nearly as much as I thought I would. What I use is I have two of these fans, and I'll link to all of the things that I talk about in the video in the description. They are affiliate links. It's a great way for you to, a free way for you to support me. So I really appreciate when you use my links. So these fans, actually, I think they have a newer model now that actually you can charge solarly, but these are just charged by a USB-C. It not only is a fan, but it has a light. And so it has 3 levels of lights on it. And then the fan, you can turn it on, that's low, and then it goes up all the way to high. So it's really pretty powerful. And then it twists any way you want. So that is really great. What I do is I have here the little handles that are inside your van. I hang one here and I hang one here. And so I have that cross breeze. Now, sometimes I will hang it, let me turn this. I will hang it here so that if I have my window down, it's pulling that air in. They really last a long time. If it's fully charged, it probably lasts 2.5 days, and that's with pretty regular use in the evenings. And I've had these for almost 2 years. So they've lasted a long time, and I've not had to replace them. You'll also notice I have these hooks on the ceiling too. I have this one that's in the center of my van, this one, and then I also have one back here. So I will use those so I can hang my fan this way, and then it can blow back to me while I'm on my bed. But really having 2 fans makes everything move around, and so that really, really helps. The fan that I really, really love that is the absolute game changer is this one. So it looks like it wouldn't do anything, but and this one is actually kind of hard to get now. A lot of times it shows on Amazon as unavailable, but there is a green one. So I'll link to both of those, but don't be surprised if this one doesn't come up because it's unavailable for some reason. But it's basically a ceiling fan, and it does have a light. So it has a light. So I'm just going to hang it here, and it does have 4 speeds. It'll be hard to see in a video. But that is the first speed, second speed, third speed, and fourth speed. So if you can hear that, it's very powerful. Recently added this hook in the back so that I can put it directly over my bed, and then you just have all the breeze come down. This is also, you can turn it off with a button, but it's just easier to do it that way. But it does have a USB-C, so it is easy to recharge. And that charge stays, I will a lot of times have it going every day at night. And I really don't know how often I charge it. I would say similar to my other fan. So it probably lasts at least 2.5 days. Because it doesn't feel like I'm charging it very often. It also does have a remote, and I just have this up here so that I can, if I have it here in the center, that I can easily use it from back here. So you can turn it you can turn the light on, the fan on, you can change the speeds, you can turn it off, and then it also has a 1, 2, 3, and 5 hour timer. So this is really, the two fans that I had were great, but adding this along with it really makes a huge difference. The other thing I like to use to keep cool in the summer is these Duke Cannon cold shower cooling field towels. These are incredible. Now, there is an off-brand. I have not tried the off-brand. Once I run out of these, I will try the off-brand, but I'm assuming they're very similar. These were actually created for all of our military when they were over there in the desert, in the sand, and you just get gritty and humid, and so they were actually that's what they were originally made for. Now, what these are, I'll open this up. They're amazing because I don't know what it has in it that makes you really feel cool, but if you're hot and sticky and you use one of these, not only will you feel clean, but you will feel cool. So I'm going to unfold it here. It's not huge, but you're not taking a bath with it. But can you see you can see the texture of it. The other side, it's hard to see. This side is smooth, but this side has like a grit to it. And so it really, if you're dirty, if you have dirt, dust, sweat, sand, whatever on it, it feels good. It feels almost exfoliating because it really gets that dirt off. Now, thankfully, I just took a shower yesterday, so I'm pretty clean. But it's amazing. And now my arms are cold. Now, it is breezy out here, but I feel cold. My arms feel cold. You can see I'm getting goosebumps. So these are really amazing. I usually use them pretty sparingly because the Duke Canyon ones are fairly pricey. The other ones that I found that I'll link to, they're much more affordable than the Duke Canyon ones, and I'm going to assume that they work very similar. So that is another great tip for staying cool in the summer heat. I always like to have a thermometer in my van. I can really stay in my van until it gets about 80 degrees, and 80 degrees, and that's usually my limit. That's usually Henry's limit also. I really like to see how well my fans are working, and this is, I've had a couple of different ones. This one I really like. I'm in the Rocky Mountains right now, so it's not hot. It's actually really beautiful here. So you can see it's 62 degrees, and the bottom part shows you the humidity, and then it will also show you the lows and the highs. So this is showing that in my van, the coldest it's been is 50, and the hottest it's been is 109. Something else that's a must-have is the netting that goes over your doors to allow air to get through, but no mosquitoes. So this one is made especially for a minivan because it has that bar underneath. You can't put something over the top. So this is single layer. You have to have your window down to put this on, I learned, because you have to clip these together. So I just wrap this around and bring it down in the front and hold on to it and do the other one and then clip it. And then that will be on the inside, and then you just adjust this so that it fits just right. And so you can close your door, you can open your door, you can leave, you can roll your window up, leave it cracked as much as you want, or down as far as you want. I also have a mesh screen that goes over the back. I've never slept with my van open, but if you're brave enough to do that, you could. And so there's a zipper down the middle, and there's magnets around here. So I simply put this around the magnet, hold everything in place. And then you can just adjust it so that everything is covered. And what is nice is in the evenings, you can have this open and no bugs. And this also works on your slider door. It's not obviously made to fit a slider door, but it works. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you for staying cool in the summer, it's got this Kelty Sideroads awning, which you can see here goes off of the side, or you can use it in the back. And I've used it once. It's fairly easy to set up. I'm going to leave the video running while I set it up so you can see how easy it is to set up. You can see here I have quite a bit of room and some nice shade. So this was my newest addition, and I love it. This is the Kelty Sideroads. There is a Kelty Backroads that has sides that come down, so it would completely enclose that space. Hopefully that's given you some great ideas on how to stay cool in the summer. Be sure to leave me a comment below and let me know what great tips you have to stay cool in the summer. Until next time, stay wild and free.